topic from Father Michael. So, everybody gonna sign out? What we do before we get to the top? What do we do? Extend our right hands over Father Michael. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Lord, we ask that you would give Father Michael words to say, and the words that would impact us and feel alive again. We ask that you would speak only what he needs us to hear, and what would impact us the most. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
It's funny, we were just talking about track, and I ran track in college, and right before spring break we had a meet. So everybody else on campus leaves Friday night, and we're leaving early Saturday morning. And because I'm going home, I have, my backpack for the track stuff. I have a bag with some school stuff, toothbrush, toothpaste, that kind of stuff for spring break. And I have a big trash bag full of dirty clothes. Right? So I have all this stuff, and I'm going to bed Friday night. We're going to leave in the bus Saturday morning for the track meet. And I forget if we're supposed to be there at 7 or 8. I'm like, okay, well, I'll plan on get there at 7, so that's better safe than sorry, right? So I grab, my bag, all these bags. I'm like walking down. It wasn't too far of a walk. And I get over where the bus is supposed to be. And I say, oh, nobody's here. It must be 8 o'clock. So I walk back to my dorm room. I'm like, man, that's a whole hour of sleep. And I use my cell phone as my alarm. And of course, so what do? I misset the alarm for the new wake-up time. So, I lay back down and fall asleep. Sometimes when you wake up, you realize you've slept longer than you should have. And I wake up, it's like 8:30. I'm like, oh no. So I grab my mom's picking me up at the track meet to take me back for spring break. I'm like, I have to get on this bus, So I got my bag, my other bag, my backpack. I got my flip-flops on. I'm trying to run up the stairs and over to the place. And I'm like, I mean, we're supposed to be, and there's no bus. I'm like, no. And I drop all my stuff right in front of the athletic center. I run the corner to see, because I know the path the bus goes to leave. And I'm looking around, I'm like, oh no. And I see this campus police officer drive by. And I'm like waving him down. I'm like, sir. And he comes over. I'm like, have you seen a bus? And he's like, no. I'm like, oh no. And so I'm like walking back. He drives this way. I'm walking back dejected. Oh, what am I gonna do? Coach is gonna kill me. Can I get a ride up there? Mom can pick me up and take me. What are we gonna do? And then I hear him. He's honking his horn. The police officer. He's like, I see the bus. And I look, and the bus is in the distance. He's like, come on! I'm in the front, I'm running. It's cops. I'm on top. I'm like, go! He's driving, peeling out before the doors even shut. We're he's flipping corners. He's got the sirens going. And we go, and then the bus driver must have been having a heart attack. What's going on here? And I pull up, and I'm like trotting out. The coach is like, what? I'm like, I missed them. And then the worst was and all my stuff is back at the college. Can we turn around? And that kind of describes in some ways my college experience. It was pretty much unorganized chaos. My college experience was just it was crazy. And it kind of started, and kind of my spiritual life in general, through high school into college, was unorganized chaos, is the best way to put it. And so I was involved in youth group, and we'd have some kind of youth group, we'd have a meeting twice a month, and we'd have a big thing, depending, at least once a semester, we'd have other things once a month, which were a little bigger. We would do fire starters type stuff, help give retreats. So there was different stuff going on. And I was the kind of guy who,